All right, welcome back. Cutting back in here, we're going to be taking this over because a new tornado warning in effect for Piatt County, for portions of Champaign County, and for portions of Douglas County until 6 p.m. You're looking at that area of concern. You can see the red outline within the large severe thunderstorm warning box, and within that there is a little circulation, and that is the area of concern. That's going to be southeast of Cerro Gordo. It's going to be just south of Beement, just south and west there. So this is the area that we're carefully monitoring. There is some rotation showing up there, and so this is moving off here to the northeast. As you can see the box there to kind of give you the large view of the box. So you're talking Ivesdale, Sodorus, and Beement right along that area, and that's going to be coming into southern portions of Piatt County and then eventually into southwestern portions of Champaign County with this tornado warning in effect until 6 p.m. It's moving off here to the north and east at around 50 miles an hour. To show you the kind of the wide view, this whole line itself has the potential for severe thunderstorm winds of 60 miles an hour. But sometimes you get a little circulation embedded into the larger line where a little spin-up tornado could occur. The Weather Service has indicated an area where they think that may be occurring here right now. So, tornado safe spot, absolutely imperative. Places there like Beement, and as you go right there south of town, all of those areas along Highway 105 there, of course, running north and south there through Beement and then down towards Hammond there. And so this is the area of largest concern as that moves off there to the north and east. Again, rotation associated with this, kind of coming into that area. But all along this, there are very strong winds. Lovington, I know you're saying, wow, we're getting some really strong winds here and a good storm there into Sullivan as well. But again, right now, largest concern that we've got are with the storms here that are going to be associated with this line here. And Jack is monitoring things as well, and he's got things pulled up on his computer over there that he'll show us as well. But Jack, again, all along this entire line, you can have these little spin-ups occur, and that's what seemingly we've got here right now.
Yeah, if we wouldn't mind turning it over to Max 2. I'll be on Max 2
there we go.
For these. So we've got our velocity on there showing the wind speeds as well as a little bit of that, some of that rotation, but it's also a good spot to point out and start our track. Sullivan coming in right now, 531. Bourbon at 548. Tuscola 556. Then potentially Savoy 607, St. Joe 623. That's pretty far down the line with these storms, but it has been turning a bit more from the east more to the northeast with these latest runs here. So it might be kind of making a little bit of a turn here to its left, and it might be able to get close to the actual Champaign City proper area here. We'll see what happens with that. But in the meantime, though, the storm has not only the tornado warning with it, but then the actual severe thunderstorm warning too. And again, once again, we have this bowing shape that has come at the leading edge of those winds, and then when that happens, that's usually indicative of some very strong straight line winds that you can get too. So kind of a 1-2 punch potentially with this storm. Some widespread wind damage in addition to a tornado damage threat.
Okay, so we're going to come back over to my computer here. And so what I want to show you is that we just got a new report in of 65-mile-an-hour winds in Long Creek when this came through. So again, as we were just mentioning, two areas of concern. You got the whole line that could have the winds. And so here's what I'm going to do. So here's that report that came in, 65-mile-an-hour winds. That's Long Creek right there. I'm going to switch over to the velocity mode. Okay, I'm going to back this up, and you're going to see this large area. You see those yellows? That large area of yellow there between Mount Zion and Long Creek that came through. Those were the really strong winds that rolled through there, and that brought 65-mile-an-hour winds. That same area now is pushing into Hammond, Lovington area, and it is, again, all along that whole line, there is the potential for the 65-mile-an-hour winds, but then embedded within that, again, is where we've got that potential for a tornado. Some circulation is trying to form there along that, and looking like maybe even some more rotation even further south there trying to form as well. We're going to have to watch this area between Lovington and Arthur as well. That seems to be another area that we're going to have to carefully watch as these storms move off here to the northeast. So Decatur area, you guys have got it pretty good. But again, right there between Long Creek and Mount Zion, you had those 65-mile-per-hour winds just plow through there. And so as you look down the line, as Jack was showing you on the track there, you've got Bemidji, you've got Ivesdale, you've got Sedoras. And if this would come in, yeah, you know, the Savoy, Tolono area, we'll see how that goes. But that whole line does have very strong winds. And so eventually you're talking Douglas County there with the potential for those damaging straight line winds. Because that area there, that's what I look at. So I'm basically looking at, I'm trying to find these areas where these colors get brighter. Where you get the brighter colors, you get the stronger winds. And so you've got that right in here, I think near Lovington, some very strong winds with our storms.
Yeah, and so what to see if this track keeps on its pace here, how much you'd be able to potentially get into Champaign County. Again, we have our Max 2 up right now for me. Again, just a quick update with some of the tracks. Arthur in about 9 minutes or so, Bourbon just before the top of the hour, then potentially Savoy 608, Urbana 616. So that's just if it keeps on going on that track. Sometimes if these are going to be able to intensify, sometimes they'll begin to turn more to the storm's right, which would make it more of a straight east direction there. But as we take a look at the just the loop here of everything, it has made, as you can see here, some strides to turn a bit more off to the north.
Yeah, our storm here is trying to come here a little bit to the north and east. They just did an update on the tornado warning with this. The tornado warning still in effect here until 6 p.m.
Yep.
As they're noticing some of that rotation showing up there south of Bement, and now that rotation would be crossing over Highway 105 right about now. But I got to tell you, I'm more concerned at this very moment. Just the whole thing has got really strong winds all along it. So anywhere and along that line is where you're going to have the potential for that similar wind damage as it comes just roaring across there into southwestern Champaign County for too long. You're going to watch out there, Tuscola and Arcola and I-57 and Highway 45. All along those areas, you're going to see this very intense line of thunderstorms move right across there into the east. And so we're going to be able to watch this kind of come in to not just Champaign, but it's going to come once again across places like Mattoon and Charleston before too long. And we're going to have to monitor that potential. So you can see, just to give you a really wide view, you see this northern area that got hit really hard earlier, Thomasboro and Rantoul, you know, northern Piatt County there, northern Champaign County. You guys, you know, not seeing maybe as much up there as your atmosphere got worked over more. But these areas to the south that didn't get much earlier with the earlier storms are now seeing the brunt of these very strong winds. And again, still some rotation trying to show up there near Bement right now, and you still want to be in your tornado a safe spot if you are located there, as that storm is literally coming right over the top of you right now. Also Atwood down to Arthur, eventually Tuscola, Chesterville, and the Bourbon areas. That storm is still a severe thunderstorm warning. You can see the orange box. That's your warning for winds, and then embedded within that sometimes are the little circulations, and that's what has prompted them to issue that tornado warning. But again, I'm starting to see more of that rotation on some of this other activity here, a little bit more to the south. So yeah. I'm going to have to continue to monitor these carefully as well, because it's quick. I mean, it's right there north of Arthur.
North of Arthur, yeah.
A little guy there seems to be trying to form. And I wouldn't be surprised, there's a little bit of a notch there as well that is coming in. And so while you guys are just under a severe thunderstorm warning, I believe that the tag to the warning that the Weather Service puts out says tornado possible.
Yeah.
Tornado possible tag, which always exists there.
Yeah, I've got our sky cam right now. Just want to see if we can pick up on anything. Let's look from Charleston, and I've got our 2 Champaign cameras up. They're pointed, should be pointed in the right direction there, down to the southwest. And so here we go with the stadium one first. That'd be one that's a little bit closer. So it's looking out to the southwest. Can't really see any definitive cloud structure to that just yet. Got some lightning that you can see from it, but that's about it there. And then this is the studio camera on our Roof and Dog iNet. When that pops up, you'll see that, oh, it didn't update the image there. But the stadium one will be the one to come into anyways, and so we'll keep an eye out for that one because that should look pretty cool if it gets closer to here. We'll go back to GR now on Kevin's computer.
Yeah, so there's our storm of concern, that entire line that is moving off there to the north and east where you've got 60-mile-an-hour winds. And again, those embedded circulations that can occur with that. But I tell you, right there near north and west between Arthur and Atwood, there's some pretty good winds that are coming in to that area. Sullivan, you guys just had some winds. Hammond as well. But there is still some of that circulation that is trying to form with that area there near Bument. And it's going to be heading towards Ivesdale before too long. So you're crossing into Champaign County. Here again is where Champaign is located. There's Rantoul and Thomasboro that got hit earlier. And so this is moving off here to the east. I will show you a little bit of a loop on this so you can kind of watch the storm evolve as it's coming into southern portions of Piatt County and southwestern portions of Champaign County right now. That location there is the highest concern, but again, we have to watch all along this for those little circulations to form. But I can tell you that the winds are still looking strong anywhere along this line here from about Arthur to Atwood, Bument, coming into Monticello there as well. Still some pretty hefty winds. But right now, the strongest, I would say, is going to be when you see some of these oranges and kind of yellows that show up here. Those are your strongest winds with that. So the area of concern there, the Weather Service, they got any reports coming into us there?
We've got local storm report from Auburn. Train spotter reports thunderstorm wind gusts of 65 miles per hour. And then from the Long Creek area from Macon, in Macon County, thunderstorm wind gust of 65 miles per hour there too. So we had some very strong winds come in out of this, and that's why we're also looking at the potential here for that extensive straight line wind damage with these storms, in addition to the tornado threat there. So even if you don't have a report of a tornado, we have 65 mile per hour straight line wind gusts, which is going to do a lot of damage, and that's just another one of the big concerns with this storm as it continues to move very fast off to the northeast at about 40 miles an hour.
Yeah, those storms coming into southwestern Champaign County, they're going to be here before you know it, in Ivesdale and Sedoras before too long, Pasodum as well, Tolono down the line. But Atwood, you're getting it pretty good. Arthur, you've just had that storm rock and roll through there, but you're going to watch it from Tuscola to Arcola along Highway 45 as this entire line moves off here to the north and east. Here again, just another loop of the whole thunderstorm activity moving off there and into Champaign and Douglas County here at this time. All along that line, you can have that. And you're starting to see a little bit of development on the southern end of this. You can see down here towards Shelby County. You guys aren't in the warning right now, but you can start to see a little bit more of that red showing up down there as well into Shelby County. But let's take you back in to the area where we've got some rotation on it and that storm. And I'm sure it's probably starting to look pretty ominous to the south and west of the Champaign area as that whole line is moving off to the north and east. The reason we're on right now, because of a tornado warning in effect for Champaign County and for Piatt County. You know, a little bit of kind of a shelf cloud there, maybe, yeah, trying to form.
Probably obscured there by the rain.
Yeah, that's some really heavy rainfall that you can't.
Yeah.
The rain is gonna really kind of. You see some flashes of lightning there, but this camera, we actually just got our camera here at the stadium was down for a while because of it actually got hit by lightning.
Got struck by lightning.
Got struck by lightning several weeks ago, and we had to replace it, and so we just got this camera back up, so it should give us a good view. But again, it's going to have a lot of heavy rainfall there.
All right, we'll go back to GR here and put you back into control, Kevin. Really just kind of seeing. Actually, if we can go to max 2. On our velocity, again, as Kevin was kind of alluding to, you kind of pick up on these little these little vortices, these little spots of rotation that begin to get picked up here. And so we had to also look out for a couple additional spots, too, of some brief little spin-ups that could be possible. But our main one right now is the circulation that's kind of just right by Bement there, and then it'll be going into the Ivesdale area, and then Sedoris, and if it still keeps on going that direction, Tolono, and possibly even Champaign. Parts of the southern part of the city there might be impacted. So what so kind of watch how things keep on evolving. You can even just loop the velocity, and you can see that we have the push of very strong winds actually coming in more to the colas there, so approaching Tuscola and Arcola, it's where you're going to also have some very strong winds. And even farther down to the south, even outside of the warned box there, you're going to have some strong winds in places like Windsor. Shelbyville probably just got done with having some pretty strong wind gusts and just a tremendous amount of lightning, as well as rainfall with these storms too. In fact, already tracking through the area here where a number of storms earlier on, you can see that we've got kind of these green spots here. There's the teal colors, but then there's the green spots, which would be even more. And so this is parts of Moultrie County, for example. Radar indicated rainfall of over 2.5 inches. So not always exactly what ends up happening, but these storms, with it being as warm as and humid as it has been, you can get some very strong downpours, very heavy downpours underneath these storms. Lightning-wise, we'll turn those on too, and we'll let you know how many there are out of that. There's quite a bit of lightning strikes. Probably down a little bit more from earlier, which is good. But you're still looking at, just under 700 lightning strikes with these storms as they come through. Good news is, though, and I know a lot of people like to see what's going on behind it, because sometimes you might be thinking, you know, what's going on. Behind this is all pretty quiet.
Yeah, so we're just getting in some live pictures that are here from our own Mark Maxwell. This, I believe, is over in the Auburn area. This is of those grain bins or silos that were destroyed with the storms from earlier. The storms that came through at about, oh gosh, what was that? That would have been 4:30,
4:45-ish, yeah.
In southern Sangamon County, and that is a live look right now, I'm being told, with Mark Maxwell. That we don't have him, right? We just have his shot up. Is that correct? So he's out there. He's got some of that damage. That's what we think from what we are being told from some individuals that were around that area. And according to what some of the radar views were showing, that damage was most likely from a tornado. We can't confirm that yet. The Weather Service has to go out, but the radar would match that. And he is in that area there right now giving us those live pictures that are showing the damage that this same line, this is with the same line that is currently moving through parts of Piatt and now Champaign County right now. So along that line there, you could still have damage, whether it be straight line winds or whether it be from a quick little spin-up tornado.
And speaking of tornadoes, they've dropped the tornado warning.
Okay. So
it's just the severe thunderstorm warning now, and that one does still go until 6 o'clock. So we still have 13 minutes left of that one. I would say that with these most recent scans, it definitely has lost a lot of its rotation. It may have actually even lost a bit of its gust strength too. It's still strong, but it might not be exactly.
I'm seeing more of it on the
southern side. Yeah.
Southern side of that, south of Atwood to Arthur, and so you're talking Tuscola, Arcola area, a little bit more than what we're seeing up here between Monticello and say Tolono, the Posodum area.
And right by Arcola, if you go back down there, you might have a little bit of something showing up there.
Yeah, there. It looks to be a little something trying to show up, a little rotation there. So that becomes the next area that we're going to have to watch there. Again, this whole line is just, you know, so convoluted and kind of just, you know, a mess, so to speak. And where one scan, you'll get some rotation there, and the next scan it's gone. So you just kind of have to stay on guard the whole time and just kind of watch this carefully as these storms move off into the northeast. But it's going to get loud again, I think, in southern Champaign County here, maybe Tolono to Savoy, whether, you know, these storms are going to reach the 60-mile-an-hour winds and the severe criteria or not. We'll have to kind of wait and see what happens there. But I think right now the largest concern continues to be Atwood, Arthur, Arcola, Tuscola area, and heading into portions of Douglas County. I don't know if the Weather Service has any other reports that.
Nope, those are the most recent ones.
Okay, then. The storms that we're watching here, again, here's the large view, and here's the loop of these storms as they move off here to the north and east. You're going to see the red box that was there. That was the tornado warning. That box disappears off of your screen in the last few scans as they've let that warning go as the rotation has stopped. But that whole line, this is now essentially a squall line, what we call a QLCS line. And essentially anywhere along that 60-mile-an-hour winds, but also sometimes these little quick spin-up tornadoes. They don't last very long and often are on the lower end of the tornado scale, but nevertheless can do some damage. But the problem is a lot of times by the time they form, the warning is issued, they can a lot of times be gone by the time we get around to telling you about it. So that's why we just kind of analyze the radar ourselves here to see, okay, is there any kind of development that's trying to occur down here? I can tell you that it's probably going to get pretty windy there in Arcola here before too long. We've got many of you that are without some power. This is the Ameren outage map here, and we kind of go into Macon County and look at that. So that right there in Mount Zion is when you've got that little blue circle with the triangle, and you can click on that. It looks like 58 customers without power over there in the Mount Zion area, and then all these other little dots indicating, a few here and there. But you can see the scale up here when you get into these blues and oranges. That's when you've got a lot of people without power, and these little guys here with the multicolor means basically just multiple in that area. And so it looks like maybe getting a few now there in to the Bement area. Only one customer, it says, but those kind of flow in. But you can see all the damage, or some of the damage from earlier, even up around the Thomasboro, where they've got some people without power there as well. So strong thunderstorms, severe thunderstorm warning continues. In Douglas County, seemingly taking the brunt of that right now, and now into Coles County there as well, because we're starting to see a little uptick there north and west of Mattoon. I don't know if our Mattoon camera would show anything there, because that storm is just getting into Mattoon once again, where that storm is. So that is our view in Champaign right now. Now here is our view that's going to be in Mattoon, and we'll let it update. Oh, look at that!
Wow, look at that!
Ooh, woo.
That's a good-looking shelf.
Yeah, that's that right there. Look at this. Watch this thing. Watch this thing move.
You can watch it move.
You can see it. So that is a shelf cloud there, and it's coming at us here. That is the leading edge of the line of storms where you get these winds that form off of it. It gives us very crisp, kind of, very solid looking line there that forms, and you get these winds that kind of rush down there on that leading edge of that shelf cloud. Now this is not a tornado. This is not a wall cloud. There's a difference between a wall cloud and a shelf cloud. Your shelf cloud, this is your strong gusty winds. The winds form along that area there, and they kind of come rushing out, and sometimes you can get the damaging winds with that. But it's a long line. Sometimes they call it a roll cloud. Looks like it's kind of rolling across the sky, but it expands for miles and miles there, and that's exactly what's coming into Mattoon. As we speak, we watched it come right across our camera. So if you're down there in Mattoon, you know what we're talking about. And sometimes people say it looks like a huge spaceship, or it's like Independence Day coming at you there. But that's the storm.
And the camera's kind of shaking a little bit too. This is the Mattoon.
Yeah.
Our Casey Summers weather camera is a very good anchored down one. Yeah. It's always one of the ones that we can count on, and yeah, it's kind of shaking around a little bit.
Well, we're going to see it in the next about minute or two, if it shakes a little more, because again, you get the winds first. The rain is still back a little further, where you got some of the darker clouds there, but where that little shelf kind of moved through, the gray on the leading edge is where the winds will kick up a little bit. So we'll see if we get that. I'm trying to see, are there any flags? I don't think there's any
Although it is
American flags or anything there.
I see the wind.
You can see the tree. There's a little tree down there against that building there. But yeah, they're going to just start to see the rain. I would say the next few minutes pick up. The color of the sky there off in the distance could be indicative. If you get a little bit of a greenish tint there sometimes, then sometimes that can be some small hail in there. You can maybe see a little bit there off in the distance.
Yeah, these storms have really been more than anything else just wind makers.
I've not heard a lot of hail reports out of these, or at least nothing like what we had earlier. But I can tell you that even on that radar view, once again, it's not looking as strong to the north in Champaign County as it is now in Douglas, far southwest Douglas County, and then here in Nicole. I mean, look at all that red. See that red there? And then we compare that to the reds up here that are a little bit more broken, and so they're not as solid. And so you get a lot more of these little, yellows and orange areas there. It's not one big solid color like this is here. So that's why we think that has got a little bit more oomph to it, and doesn't have a warning on it right now, but still a really strong storm. We'll see what the camera shows there again from Mattoon, and probably looking pretty good. And so, see the colors changing there. Oh, what you might do is, so we have another camera obviously just to the east of that, which would be Charleston, and now we should be able to see the larger shelf cloud there. Let's see what that one shows. A little bit there to the, maybe still too far away, but
a little bit too far away.
Or not that update there. I think that needs, sometimes that needs to update there. There we go. Boy, they're really 74 degrees. That's what the bank thermometer there is saying. So we'll kind of look there on the left side of your screen maybe here in the next few minutes, and that'll start coming back a little bit more. But I would say in Mattoon, probably starting to see some of the rain starting to fall now as that shelf cloud moves across. Again, you guys are just on the edge of where that severe thunderstorm warning is located. It is more into portions of Douglas County and affecting kind of the Arcola area. As I look at those winds, just north, on the north side of between Mattoon and Humboldt there, on some pretty strong winds. When you get into some of those oranges, Arthur, Arcola. I feel like I've been talking about that Arthur area with winds for a while, but it is essentially this whole area here where our orange color shows up is where you've got 50 or 60 mile an hour winds associated with those thunderstorms as they move across. Again, a little bit of a weakening. It just looks weaker up here in Champaign County, which would be good news for those in Tolono and Savoy and Pasodum and South Champaign, city of Champaign and Urbana, because you look down here and then you just get way more of those winds that are showing up. And we'll have to watch this area down here now, because that seems to be the stronger area that stretches there from Mattoon down to west of Effingham, where you've got the strongest of the storms. Now, of course, we've got the newscast coming up here again at 6 o'clock at the top of the hour. We're going to be getting a recap of all of the storm damage. Our own Mark Maxwell, I believe Mark has been up in, or down in, I should say, Sangamon County, where the storms were rolling through earlier. And he's got some live pictures of what we think was actually from a tornado that occurred over there. And he's got, I believe, some grain bins over there that were hit. And then Jennifer Jensen has been talking to some of the individuals up in Thomasboro as the storm came through, and they had some damage as well, and from the Ealer brothers up there. And so we are going to be doing a complete recap. I think we have another shot up there from Mark's camera, and this was with the storm in Sangamon County earlier, and you can see some of the debris just kind of strewn about there. And I'm not sure if there was anything in that bin or not. You can see it looks like they got a little bit of a some equipment, some heavy equipment there, moving some of that debris. You can see the tree that's moving across as they're kind of moving that out of the way. We'll see what Mark has to say here again at the top of the hour at 6 o'clock. And more reports. We've got some incredible video that you guys have sent in to us of the storms. A really close lightning strike that an individual, I mean, they were really lucky with that. And then a woman that was also filming, and her tree, I mean, literally was blown away and right in front of her. And so we have those videos that are be coming up here as well. But right now, the biggest concern with our line of storms that continues to move off here to the north and east, there is a severe thunderstorm warning that is in effect and there's no longer a tornado warning in effect, so that is good. So we're going to start the newscast on time with everything here here at the top of the hour. So as long as you guys are okay back there, you guys just let me know, and we're probably going to let you guys take over, and we're going to be getting you again this complete recap of all of this as things have been developing across the area. On an active area, we've had a first round of storms that moved through, and now the second round is coming through as we speak. There is still a severe thunderstorm warning for parts of Champaign County and also for Douglas County there right now, but we're still watching that southern area of Coles County as well. So what do you say we kick things off here, and we're going to get you a complete recap of everything that's going on with the storms that have been moving through the area.